is the new dating simulator with over 100 different characters where you can basically date everything. It's the epitome of dating simulators. But what if I told you that this dating simulator was only the brief calm before the storm? Because these glasses have the power of giving infinite life, a power which can be taken and exploited and could lead to a dystopian future for the world of date everything. And it's all thanks to you. But before we get into that, please do subscribe. It's free and you can always unsubscribe later. Subscribing is the best way to support my channel as it allows me to make more videos and helps me reach more milestones. I really want to hit 400k soon and we're so close to getting that milestone. So if you could just check to see that you are subscribed, that would be great. Thank you, and back to the video. At the start of Date Everything, we learn that we get a job, but then we're laid off because of AI. It gives us a reason to despise the company we've only worked for a day, but it also allows for a hacker to send us a mysterious package containing a project. The project being the Datviators, a tool that not only allows us the ability to interact with the objects in our house as though they were real people, but gives us the power to make them into real people. After talking with them for a while, we learn that there's a process called realizing that allows the objects to live on our plane of existence. By realizing them after bonding with them, we can make them real. And after they're real, they don't just live with us, they go out into the real world. Because let's not forget, these characters have their own personalities and traits and ability to perform certain tasks. In fact, by the end of the game, where all the characters get realized, we learn that they're off chasing their dreams and starting their own lives on their own. And with all this going on, you might be wondering, why did Valdivian make them in the first place? If you don't know, Valdivian was the mega corporation from the beginning, and it becomes clear that they hold a lot of the same moral values as a mega corporation would, considering that we immediately get fired and replaced with AI. From the moment we start the game, we're already introduced to the fact that not every character is as romance-obsessed as we are, and this company's only interested in keeping themselves rich, and they're willing to do that by not paying for labour. It's no secret that AI has been a hot topic for a little while now, and unfortunately the fear of AI replacing someone's job isn't just confined to video games. However, with AI, it's not all cakes and rainbows. Currently, there are a lot of AI models that have messed up and made countless mistakes, and some of those mistakes have led to AI leaking company data or straight up lying about events or occurrences within its own capabilities. And that doesn't even account for the amount of people that have reported AI issues when it comes to customer service. In the long run, it doesn't look like AI would be a permanent solution for this company. And I think that's the point. The Datviators were not meant to be the prototype of a new product, it was meant to fix this problem. Imagine a company where you could get typical office supplies and turn them into people. Not just people, employees. We've seen how objects act in this world, how they have varying amounts of knowledge depending on what they are. It's easy to see how a company could see that as useful. Now, with a lot of the personalities we meet in this game, it's highly unlikely that a lot of them would listen without a fight, let alone work for a company that would only see them as instant employees. But in that situation, it doesn't seem like they'd have a choice. The Datviators allow you to get to know objects before realizing them, meaning that there can be a point where you don't need to realize them. Because to the rest of the world, the objects that aren't realized would just stay as objects. The objects that have been given a choice to either put in the work or not live at all. Which brings up some highly unethical and extremely dangerous situations for these objects. Imagine if the Datviators were used for military purposes, turning pencils into people and then sending them to fight in war. What about if a political party decides to sway votes by bringing to life a box of thumbtacks they promise life to if they vote a certain way? Honestly, if we look beyond the dating aspect, the Datviators are extremely powerful and dangerous. Let's think about the ending, where we meet David Most, the billionaire behind Valdivian, as well as Tinfoil Hat, the hacker behind us receiving the Datviators in the first place, aka Franklin, who we also learn made them in the first place. Franklin had previously taken the Datviators from David because he didn't like the direction he was going with the company and decided to give them to us. To keep them safe, maybe? I mean, I assume it was hiding it from David because of how powerful they are, but he didn't exactly give us any instructions. In the end, Franklin takes over the company from David, and it's said that Valdivian is never better. The narrator even comments on how much good Franklin does for the world, unless it had been a setup from the beginning. Think about it, the day you were hired was also the day you were fired because they believed that AI could do your job better. The speed at which your career flashed before your eyes was quite comical, if not odd. Now, this could just be a joke to how fast companies decide to change their mind, or it could be intentional. Then a rogue employee decides to send you their biggest project as a way to get back at the big boss up top, only for the rogue employee to be someone that made them in the first place and had worked alongside David Most. He took them away and gave them to us so that David Most couldn't get his hands on it. Except while we were doing that, it seemed that David and Franklin made up. And now that everyone's friends again, they've decided to make you partner in one of the biggest companies in the universe. The mega corporation that you were previously fired from after working one of the lower level jobs back when they found you replaceable. Sorry, you worked there for a day, got fired, technically stole some of the company property, and have now been given partner because, what? You're a nice guy, you're good with people? If we were thinking about this logically, it just doesn't make any sense. Why do they magically change their minds? I mean, it's not like we're living in some kind of fan fiction or something. Okay, actually I understand where that confusion's coming from. But what if there was never a disagreement between Franklin and David? After we've been hired and then immediately fired, Franklin can sweep in and give us a way to essentially get back at the company that wronged us. And then conveniently after we learn how to bring these objects to life, we're promoted because we know how to deal with customer service. I don't think that this is a promotion. I think this is a way that they'll keep our mouth shut. It seems that David Most played into the big bad CEO role just so Franklin can fly under the radar. Knowing that Franklin and David still maintain a relationship, it seems like the switchover of CEOs could be more to do with public imagery rather than actually changing of ownership. And if they are able to recreate the Dateviators, the plan is to use us to realize them. Because we know how to. We could bring these people to life. What if this whole experience was to see how we deal with customer service, how we maintain relationships, and how we can utilize our communication to bring these objects into the real world? And the reason they offer us partner was because we were successful. They now have someone who can bring these objects to life. And they give us partners, so once they reveal their plan, there's no going back. They're giving us this position for future blackmail, so we have to listen. But hey, at least there's some hope. By the end of the game, you've gotten rid of the glasses by turning them into Skylar Specs, the human version of the glasses. So there's no way that Valdivian can use the old ones, right? Except Skylar is working on a way to recreate them. Bringing back the tool that could turn objects into armies within minutes. A tool that could lead to exploitation of newly formed humans and a massive power imbalance if the Dateviators were ever to be utilised for something malicious. But in the end, Skylar thanks you. Because of you, she's only seen the joy that the Dateviators can bring to this world. She's seen how many of her friends have now followed their dreams and turned human. She doesn't know that this could be a bad thing, but she still thanks you, because none of this was possible without you. But what do you guys think? Are we onto something here? Thank you guys so much for watching. These videos are always fun for me to make, so it's great to know that you guys enjoy them as well. Thank you to my members. Once again, your support for this channel is why I can continue to make videos, and I appreciate it so much. But if you can't be a member, that's okay. I'm so thankful to everyone who subscribed. Thank you, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!